Hello everybody and welcome to this search engine optimization and organic marketing complete specialization. My fellow mates, this is not an ordinary course. Why? Because this will help you to become a hero from zero. So suppose there are two phrases. How to make a business plan. How business plan can be made effectively. You might find that these two are very much related or very much similar to each other. Hence you will get which is basically title of the page, URL of the page and description of the page. Now there becomes a question in your mind that if an update is coming in X year, then why it is taking some time and it is incorporating with the core algorithm of Google in Y year for all who want to switch their careers or want to start their agencies or want to get a job in this field. My friends will help you to get everything. Hello everybody and welcome to this search engine optimization and organic marketing complete specialization course. My fellow mates, this is not an ordinary course. Why? Because this will help you to become a hero from zero. Or even if you have prior knowledge and skills, this will help you to enhance that. So this course is for everyone. For all the people who are living in the era of 2020 in COVID-19 situation. For all who want to switch their careers or want to start their agencies or want to get a job in this field. My friends, this course will help you to get everything. But before starting into the first lesson, let me introduce you to me. So, my name is Kushang Rajbhavan and I am founder of a company which was started last year named Computer Service Solutions. Yeah. So, in the span of 1 year, we have more than 50 clients, of which few are from organized sector, few are from unorganized sector. Also, we have clients in from government sectors and in education sectors as well. So, along with these, I am also the co-founder of a company named Funde Bazaar, which is an e-commerce service provider in India itself. So, I hope you will gonna learn everything and you will try your best to acquire these skills practically by implementing them. So, one thing I want to make sure people that all the strategies which you will gonna learn here are already tested and implemented by our team, by our experts. So, I am sure this will gonna help you as well because we are getting pretty good results from these all the practices and strategies. So I am pretty excited to have you in the first lesson. Thank you. Hello everybody and welcome to the search engine optimization specialization course. I hope you are as excited as me because we are eager to start the first lesson. So what we will learn in this first lesson? The first lesson is about search engines, how the search engine works. And you will also understand how or what makes a page or any web page or any website to rank one on Google or even Bing. That is two examples of search engine. Absolutely. So let's get started with a simple example. To understand search engine, let us take a simple real life example of what is really going behind. So suppose you are here. This is place A. You desire to reach here. This is place C. Okay. And there is a point B in between that is here. So, by exceptional cases, maybe we are living in the 90s or anything because this is an example. This place C is not located on Google Map. Okay. Neither you know how to reach this place, but you know how to reach this place that is B. Okay. So, what you will do? Obviously, you will try to reach place B first and then figure out how to reach place C. How you will figure out? Maybe you will ask someone who is at place B the directions to reach place C. Yes? Absolutely. So, in this way, we can understand search engine as well. So, take this place B as your search engine, the place A as your search query, C as the website or a web page you want to reach or the information you want to get. So what is happening? The place B act as a mediator and helps you to find the desired results, which these results can be any information, videos, music, games or blah 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 blah. Yeah, right. So what is search engine? Search engine is nothing but a simple software that helps you to get the desired results. Right? I hope you understand. And can you name some examples of search engines? I will tell you only two. And after that, I hope this would be your assignment to find at least 5 search engines. Okay, so what are those two? Google and Bing, because our focus is on these two. So in next slide we will try, or in the next lesson we will try to learn about how the search engine works. I hope you know, I hope you are now clear with what is a search engine and what is exactly happening behind the scenes. Okay, so see you in the next lesson. Bye bye. Hello everybody and welcome to the specialization course in search engine optimization. So I hope now you know what is a search engine, as we have previously discussed. So today in this lesson we will try to understand how the search engine works, but to understand that we will take an example, because we learn definitions but we understand examples. Wise sayings by wise people. So get back to the previous video and try to remember the example we have discussed. What it had? It had A, B and C, right? Sorry, B and C. So what the B was doing there? It was helping A to reach C by telling the directions to reach here, right? So let us try to go back into the history of this example, or let us assume the history. How does B know about C? There is a only possibility that B have at least visited once at the place C, right? Or B belongs to the place C. So in our case, we don't have any purpose with B belonging to the place C. But B, if have visited C at least for once, it is what we need right now. So how does B know about C? Because at least at once it visited C, and then only it verified that yeah, C is a valid place, and if someone asks me about C, I can tell them how to reach at place C, because I know this is a valid place, this is a relevant place, this is an appropriate place, right? This is what actually happens in the working of the search engine. So how does this work? This works in 3 steps. 3 small but important steps. What are they? Crawling, indexing and retrieval. So the first step, which was B knowing about C by visiting for the first time, it is basically crawling. What is happening here? Once the website is submitted to a search engine, the search engine try to reach it, try to take a better idea of what it actually is. Is this website relevant to the user, appropriate for the user, or it is something which user can desire to visit? If the answer is yes, then only we can visit that place, or we can move to the next step of this entire process. As what if B find that C is not a valid place, it is just a false address or a fake address? Would it tell anyone? Now let's move to the next step, that is indexing. Now suppose we already have an example, right? So when B have visited C and came back to his own point. Till this point, he has a complete direction to reach C in his mind, right? He knows everything about place C in his mind. There is an image in his mind. So what happens if anybody comes to B and asks for C? It can tell the same image. It can it can explain the image to the people who want to visit C, so that people can directly visit here, right? So this is basically indexing. So what is technically working behind? Crawling is basically when website is submitted to a search engine and website is validated for being a credible result, for being a relevant result, for being a appropriate result to the user. It is then indexed. That is, Google takes the screenshot, Google stores it in the database of Google, or the search engine stores the complete website into the database of its pages, so that whenever the user want to reach this particular website, it can directly retrieve the website from its database. Okay. Now the third step is retrieval. Yeah, this is something we need to care more. because this looks simple. Yeah, like what would happen? Any search engine can directly retrieve the result to Google. No. This is not a case. Now suppose, okay. Why people were visiting to C? Why people want to visit C? Maybe the place C is famous for shoes and people want to buy shoes. Now we notices that people have to face problems to reach C. Maybe there might be time related problems, speed related problems, distance related problems, or anything it can be, or weather related, anything. Now, if B is smart, if B is concerned about the people who are coming to him, what would B do? B would weekly go to C and buy some inventory of shoes and start selling on its point. That is B. So the people coming to buy the shoes which were from the origin of point C can directly take them from point B. Now this is exactly what is happening at the retrieval point. Any search engine don't or never retrieve a complete website. Whenever a website is indexed, it takes a screenshot of entire web page at that time only. And whenever the user want to reach that website, instead of helping the user to reach that website, it directly gives the screenshot to user. So what happens? It basically saves the time of user. It basically helps him to find the results which are appropriate to him, which are relevant to him, which are desired by him fastly. So this saves his time and makes the search engine more loyal to his people. So this is exactly what is happening into the technical system of a search engine. I hope you understand now what is basically happening. You should understand, or you should remember that the process of taking the screenshot is known as caching. In case of Google, we call it Google caching, and it is repeated. The indexing and the process of screenshot is repeated regularly. For a newspaper site, it can be done daily, or it is done daily if the website is popular. For any website which get updated weekly, the screenshot process takes place weekly. For any website which is a static website and don't frequently changes, the screenshot process take place monthly. Okay, I hope now you understand how the search engine works, what is basically happening behind the scenes of working of the search engine, and you are enjoying it. Meet you in the next lesson, people. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome to the specialization course in search engine optimization. I hope you are all doing well, and now you have a better idea of what is a search engine and how does it work, right? So today in this lesson we will be trying to understand the algorithms behind the most popular search engine, that is Google. But before doing that, I want to let you know people that this will be one of the most important lectures in this course, because this will lay the foundation for us to understand how and what are the guidelines or things we need to do while doing search engine optimization. Plus, we have not started search engine optimization lessons or lectures yet. Why? Because this knowing the search engine is one of the prerequisites for us, so that we can get familiar with the techniques, guidelines and all the things we need to follow while doing the SEO. Okay, so with the first algorithm we will be starting today. It is Brandy algorithm. Okay, back in 2004 it was launched. So let's start it now. Brandy algorithm. So Brandy is not a complete algorithm, but it is just an update introduced by Google to its core algorithm. But it is important for us to study Brandy because it laid a foundation for some SEO techniques we even use in today's world. So this is why we are studying that. To understand this algorithm update, let us take a scenario of what used to happen before the algorithm update came into existence. So people use spammy techniques, spammy SEO techniques in their websites. For example, if the website is an e-commerce store, or even a website is a store for a computer seller, they were using a single keyword like buy computers for example, we are in India, buy computers in India. Okay, so they are using the single keyword 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, or even more than that. in their entire website or even a single web page. So this is considered as one of the most black hat and poor practice techniques in today's world. But before Brandy, they were considered okay. So the Brandy algorithm changed this sort of scenario. Okay. So what and how this happened? First, I hope you people know what are keywords. But if not, let me tell you that. So anything which people search, any query which people type is considered as a keyword. Okay. So this is why people might search for buy computers online, buy computers in India, buy computers, buy best computers. These are all keywords. Okay. So what happened in Brandy update? The main focus changed from the single keyword or rich text documents or the basic SEO techniques to context of what is being asked or what is being wanted. So the idea was to understand the approach between the approach of relationship between the words which are searched for and the words which the website was containing. That might be synonyms or anything which are related to those words. For example, let us consider a website is website is selling tickets of a cricket match. Okay, so if the website is correctly optimized, then the users typing the words related to cricket match, not exactly cricket match, even can contact this website or even can reach this website, as this website might rank for on the first page or first few results for these keywords. For example, what would be the keywords? Like day-night cricket match, day-night match, cricket bat, cricket ball, Team India, blue jersey team, or even the captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Then this might happen that people searching for these terms may come to this website. But how does this happen? This happened because of Brandy update. Before that, the search was basically monotonous, which is based upon few keywords only, not their synonyms. Okay. And another thing it changed was the type of anchor links we used. How does this happen? With the inbound links. For example, first, what are inbound links? Inbound links are any links which are coming to your website. For example, in real life, let us take you are at your home and any guest coming to your home is the inbound link for you. Okay. So this is how the inbound link works in computer world. That is, whenever any link is pointing to your website. For example, there is a website or a blog for Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and the keyword is any link is pointing to your website. This is a appropriate and inbound link. Now there is again a twist. The twist is that not all inbound links are valid or even used to rank your website. Only the inbound links which are coming from the related websites would be considered as a valid inbound link. Or else, if you are using spammy inbound links for your website, then this will be considered as a bad practice in Brandy algorithm. So this is how Brandy was working, and the concept is called latent semantic indexing. Okay, latent semantic intent. Sorry. So it really what it means is the relationship between the words used in the website or on the web page. The synonyms can be used, or the words which are related to this but are not synonyms are used in this website. So this is how Brandy algorithm work, and I hope you are now familiar with the Brandy algorithm. The next part of the lecture we will be having in the next video, and we will be working and learning the new algorithm in that. Okay, be fit, do hard work, and see you in the next lesson. Thank you.